Welcome to our channel HD Rare Coin 111, your go-to spot for uncovering the incredible world of rare US coins. If you've ever wondered if your old pennies, nickels, or dimes are worth more than face value, you're about to find out. In today's video, we'll be exploring some truly rare coins and their shocking values. And if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. So let's jump in. Top 1. The year is 1971. The United States is moving forward into a new decade, filled with both triumphs and challenges. The Vietnam War is still ongoing, but America is also experiencing advancements in technology, culture, and economics. It is a time of change, of hope, and of progress. And in the world of coinage, a new chapter is being written, one that will leave a lasting impact on collectors and numismatists alike. This is the story of the 1971 Eisenhower dollar, a coin that would become a legend in its own right. The Eisenhower dollar was the first $1 coin struck by the U.S. Mint since the Peace Dollar series ended in 1935. For nearly 4 decades, the United States had gone without a circulating silver dollar, and by the late 1960s, there was growing support for reintroducing one. However, the story of the Eisenhower dollar is deeply tied to both history and politics. The decision to create this coin was not just about commerce. It was about honoring a man who had left an indelible mark on American history. Dwight D. Eisenhower, the 34th President of the United States, was a revered figure. Before his presidency, he had served as Supreme Commander of the Allied Expeditionary Forces during World War II, leading the D-Day invasion and playing a pivotal role in the defeat of Nazi Germany. His leadership extended into the White House, where he guided the nation through the 1950s with a focus on economic prosperity, infrastructure development, and Cold War diplomacy. When Eisenhower passed away in 1969, there was a strong push to commemorate his legacy on a U.S. coin. Congress quickly moved to approve the creation of a new dollar coin bearing his likeness, and in 1971, the first Eisenhower dollars were struck. These coins would not only pay tribute to Eisenhower but also celebrate another major American achievement, the Apollo 11 moon landing of 1969. The design of the Eisenhower dollar was both bold and meaningful. The obverse, created by Chief Engraver Frank Gasparo, featured a dignified portrait of President Eisenhower, his expression reflecting the strength and leadership that defined his career. The reverse, also designed by Gasparo, depicted an eagle landing on the moon, clutching an olive branch, an image inspired by the Apollo 11 mission insignia. This design was symbolic, connecting Eisenhower's military leadership to America's triumph in space exploration. But not all Eisenhower dollars were created equal. While most were made for general circulation using a copper-nickel-clad composition, the U.S. Mint also produced a limited number of special silver coins. These 40% silver Eisenhower dollars were sold to collectors, adding an extra layer of desirability to the series. The 1971 Eisenhower dollar was the very first of its kind, making it historically significant. Coins from the Philadelphia Mint bore no mint mark, while those from Denver featured a D, and those from San Francisco carried an S. The San Francisco Mint also produced proof versions, which displayed a stunning mirror-like finish that captured the details of the design in breathtaking clarity. While many Eisenhower dollars are common in lower grades, finding one in pristine condition is incredibly rare. The large size of the coin, measuring 38.1 mm in diameter, made it susceptible to nicks, scratches, and wear, making high-grade examples extremely difficult to come by. Collectors today eagerly seek out Eisenhower dollars that have been preserved in mint state 67 or higher, as these are among the rarest and most valuable. And then, of course, there are the errors. Every numismatist knows that minting mistakes can turn an ordinary coin into a fortune. Some 1971 Eisenhower dollars were struck on silver planchets instead of copper-nickel, creating ultra-rare transitional errors. Others feature double die obverse, off-center strikes, or missing clad layers, all of which make them highly sought after. But the ultimate prize among 1971 Eisenhower dollars, a perfectly preserved, high-grade specimen with rare error varieties. Coins in this category have sold for jaw-dropping sums at auctions. One such coin, a 1971 Eisenhower dollar with an ultra-rare striking error, graded MS-68, shattered expectations when it sold for an incredible $155,000. For collectors and coin enthusiasts, the thrill lies in the hunt. Every coin in circulation holds a story, a piece of history waiting to be rediscovered. The 1971 Eisenhower dollar is more than just a coin, it is a tribute to an American hero, a celebration of human achievement, and a hidden treasure waiting to be found. So, the next time you come across an Eisenhower dollar, take a closer look. You never know, you might just be holding a piece of history worth a fortune. If you enjoyed this journey into the world of rare and valuable coins, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for more. Who knows? The next big discovery could be sitting in your collection right now, waiting to be uncovered. Happy hunting! Top 2. The year is 1972. America is deep into a transformative era, politically, socially, and economically. The Vietnam War is still a major issue, the Apollo missions continue to push the boundaries of space exploration, and a wave of cultural change is sweeping the nation. In the midst of all this, an important symbol of American history is circulating in the pockets of citizens: the Eisenhower dollar. This is no ordinary coin. It represents a legacy of leadership, a tribute to a man who played a crucial role in shaping modern America, and for collectors, a potential goldmine in numismatics. Today, we dive deep into the fascinating world of the 1972 Eisenhower dollar, its history, its design, its hidden rarities, and of course, its incredible value. And at the end of this journey, we reveal a jaw-dropping auction price of $150,000 for a single extraordinary specimen. To understand the significance of the Eisenhower dollar, we must first go back to its origins. The United States had not issued a $1 coin for circulation since the peace dollar ended in 1935. For decades, the country had functioned without a circulating dollar coin, relying instead on paper money. However, by the late 1960s, there was growing support for reintroducing a dollar coin, both for practical reasons and to honor one of the nation's most respected leaders, Dwight D. Eisenhower. Eisenhower was more than just a president. He was a five-star general, a war hero, and the supreme commander of the Allied Expeditionary Forces during World War II. His leadership during the D-Day invasion was pivotal in defeating Nazi Germany, and his presidency from 1953 to 1961 oversaw economic prosperity, infrastructure expansion, and Cold War diplomacy. After his passing in 1969, there was an immediate call to commemorate him with a coin, and in 1971, the Eisenhower dollar was born. The coin was designed by Frank Gasparo, the U.S. Mint's chief engraver. On the obverse, Gasparo crafted a detailed portrait of Eisenhower, a strong and dignified likeness of the former president. The reverse of the coin paid tribute to another great American achievement, the Apollo 11 moon landing. Featuring an eagle descending onto the lunar surface with an olive branch in its talons, this design symbolized both strength and peace, perfectly aligning with Eisenhower's legacy. The 1972 Eisenhower dollar was the second year of issue, making it an important year for collectors. Unlike the inaugural 1971 coins, the 1972 series saw improvements in production quality, but it also introduced a fascinating numismatic challenge: 3 distinct reverse varieties, known as Type 1, Type 2, and Type 3. These variations, caused by subtle differences in the design of the earth above the eagle, are crucial for collectors and can mean the difference between an ordinary coin and a highly valuable rarity. Type 1 features a rough, low-relief earth with weak details, making it the most common variety. Type 2, however, is the rarest and most sought after, distinguished by a sharply detailed earth with clear, high-relief continents. This variety was created when the Philadelphia Mint mistakenly used a proof die on some circulation strikes. Because of its limited mintage, the Type 2 Eisenhower dollar is one of the most valuable and desirable modern coins. Type 3, introduced later in 1972, improved upon Type 1 with refined details but remains more common than Type 2. For collectors, the hunt for a high-grade 1972 Eisenhower dollar is a challenge. The large size of the coin, 38.1 millimeters in diameter, makes it prone to bag marks, scratches, and surface wear. Finding one in mint state 67 or higher is incredibly rare, and for those lucky enough to discover an MS-68 specimen, the value skyrockets. Beyond condition, era coins add another layer of excitement. Some 1972 Eisenhower dollars were mistakenly struck on silver planchets instead of the intended copper-nickel composition, creating ultra-rare transitional errors. Other mistakes include off-center strikes, missing clad layers, and dramatic double-die varieties, all of which can significantly increase a coin's value. But nothing compares to the holy grail of 1972 Eisenhower dollars, a Type II example in pristine condition. In recent years, these rare coins have commanded record-breaking prices at auction, with one exceptional piece selling for an astonishing $150,000. Why does this coin reach such heights? It's a combination of historical significance, rarity, and collector demand. The 1972 Type II Eisenhower dollar is not just a coin, it's a tangible piece of history, a tribute to a great leader, and a symbol of America's achievements. For numismatists, every Eisenhower dollar holds the promise of discovery. Could there be another $150,000 treasure waiting to be found? Perhaps in an old collection, a forgotten roll, or even in circulation? The answer is out there, waiting for those with a keen eye and a passion for rare coins. So, the next time you come across an Eisenhower dollar, take a closer look. You never know, you might just be holding a fortune in your hands. If you love rare coins, be sure to subscribe for more fascinating discoveries. Your next big find could be closer than you think. Happy collecting! Top 3. The year is 1974, a time of political tension, economic shifts, and cultural transformation in the United States. Richard Nixon is still in the White House, but the Watergate scandal is unraveling, shaking public trust in government. Inflation is rising, and the Vietnam War is drawing to a close. Amidst this period of uncertainty, a symbol of American history continues to circulate in everyday transactions: the Eisenhower dollar. A massive coin, both in size and significance, the 1974 Eisenhower dollar carries with it a legacy of leadership, a tribute to a president and general who shaped the course of history, and for collectors, a chance at an extraordinary fortune. Today, we journey deep into the world of the 1974 Eisenhower dollar, its origins, its design, its rarest variations, and of course, the staggering price of $143,000 that a single specimen has commanded at auction. To understand the significance of this coin, we must first go back to its inception. By the late 1960s, the United States had been without a circulating dollar coin for decades. The last circulating silver dollars, the peace dollars, had stopped production in 1935, leaving paper money as the primary means of high-value transactions. However, as the demand for a new dollar coin grew, the opportunity arose to honor one of the country's greatest leaders, Dwight D. Eisenhower. Eisenhower was a figure of monumental importance. As Supreme Allied Commander during World War II, he masterminded the D-Day invasion, leading the charge against Nazi Germany. As the 34th President of the United States, he guided the country through the post-war era, expanding infrastructure, maintaining Cold War diplomacy, and strengthening the nation's economy. When he passed away in 1969, the call for a commemorative coin in his honor gained widespread support, and thus, the Eisenhower dollar was born in 1971. The Eisenhower dollar was designed by Frank Gasparo, the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint. On the obverse, a bold and dignified portrait of Eisenhower takes center stage, a fitting tribute to a man of such great stature. The reverse, however, tells another important story, one of American achievement in space. Inspired by the Apollo 11 mission, Gasparo's design features an eagle descending onto the lunar surface, clutching an olive branch, a clear nod to the historic moon landing in 1969. This powerful imagery not only honors Eisenhower's legacy but also celebrates America's pioneering spirit in exploration. By 1974, the Eisenhower dollar was in its fourth year of production, and while the novelty of the coin had worn off for the general public, collectors and numismatists were paying closer attention. As with previous years, the coin was struck in two compositions, a copper-nickel-clad version for general circulation and a special 40% silver variety intended for collectors. However, what makes the 1974 Eisenhower dollar particularly fascinating are the rare errors and high-grade specimens that have emerged over time, turning a simple dollar coin into a six-figure treasure point. One of the most notable rarities of the 1974 Eisenhower dollar is the elusive double-die obverse variety. This error, caused by a misalignment in the minting process, results in doubled features, particularly in Eisenhower's profile and the inscriptions. These double die errors are highly sought after, with pristine examples fetching astronomical prices at auction. Another incredibly rare variation is the 1974 Eisenhower dollar struck on a silver planchet intended for proof coins. These errors occurred when leftover 40% silver planchets were mistakenly used for regular strikes, creating a handful of unique specimens that stand apart from the standard copper-nickel issues. The discovery of such a coin in high-grade condition is every collector's dream, as these errors command premium prices in the numismatic market. Condition is everything when it comes to coin collecting, and the Eisenhower dollar is no exception. Due to its large size and heavy weight, measuring 38.1 millimeters in diameter and weighing over 22 grams, these coins were prone to bag marks and surface scratches, making high-grade examples extremely rare. Finding a 1974 Eisenhower dollar in mint state 67 or higher is a nearly impossible task, and those that do exist are worth a fortune. For collectors, the search for the perfect Eisenhower dollar is a thrilling challenge. The excitement of examining each coin, looking for the tiniest imperfections or hidden rarities, is what drives the passion of numismatists. And in some cases, that passion is rewarded with life-changing discoveries. Perhaps the most astonishing sale in recent years involved a flawless, high-grade 1974 Eisenhower dollar. A combination of rarity, pristine condition, and collector demand pushed its auction price to an unbelievable $143,000. This record-breaking sale proved that modern coins, often overlooked by casual collectors, could hold just as much value as their older counterparts. Why does this coin command such a high price? It's a combination of factors: historical significance, limited production errors, and the difficulty of finding an unblemished example. The Eisenhower dollar, despite being a relatively modern coin, is a challenging piece to collect in top condition. Its short-lived production run from 1971 to 1978 only adds to its appeal, making each surviving specimen a piece of history. For those lucky enough to come across an Eisenhower dollar, whether in a collection, an old roll, or even in loose change, the possibility of discovering a hidden fortune is real. Could there be another $143,000 treasure waiting to be found? Only time will tell. So, the next time you see an Eisenhower dollar, don't dismiss it as just another old coin. Look closer. Examine the details. Because you never know, you might be holding a piece of history, a numismatic masterpiece, or even a life-changing payday. If you love rare coins, make sure to subscribe for more incredible discoveries. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and your next big find could be just around the corner. Happy hunting! Top 4. The story of the 1979 Eisenhower dollar is one of history, legacy, and numismatic intrigue. A coin that marks the end of an era, a tribute to one of America's most iconic leaders, and a piece that continues to capture the attention of collectors around the world. But among the millions of Eisenhower dollars minted in 1979, a select few hold an astonishing value of up to $133,000. What makes this coin so special? What secrets does it hold? And why are collectors willing to pay such incredible sums for it? To answer these questions, we must first step back in time to understand the historical significance of the Eisenhower dollar series. The United States Mint introduced the Eisenhower dollar in 1971 to honor the legacy of Dwight D. Eisenhower, the 34th President of the United States and a five-star general in the U.S. Army. Eisenhower was a leader who not only commanded Allied forces in World War II but also guided the nation through the Cold War era. His leadership and vision left an indelible mark on American history, and it was only fitting that his likeness would grace the nation's largest circulating coin. But the Eisenhower dollar was more than just a tribute to a great leader, it was also a celebration of America's achievements in space. The reverse of the coin featured an image inspired by the Apollo 11 mission insignia, depicting an eagle landing on the moon with an olive branch in its talons. This powerful imagery symbolized both the peaceful aspirations of the United States and the incredible technological advancements that had allowed humans to set foot on the lunar surface just a few years prior. By the time 1979 arrived, the Eisenhower dollar had already gone through several changes. Initially struck in a 40% silver composition for collectors and a copper-nickel-clad version for circulation, the coin was produced at multiple U.S. mint facilities, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The series had its share of controversies, particularly regarding its large size and weight, which made it unpopular for everyday transactions. Many Americans found the coin too bulky to carry in their pockets, leading to limited circulation and hoarding by collectors and banks. Then came 1979, the final year of the Eisenhower dollar series. This was a transitional period in American coinage, as the U.S. Mint prepared to introduce the smaller and more convenient Susan B. Anthony dollar. The 1979 Eisenhower dollar was the last of its kind, marking the end of an era for large-sized U.S. dollar coins. With this in mind, collectors have placed special significance on the 1979 issue, making it one of the most sought-after coins in the series. The 1979 Eisenhower dollar was minted in both Philadelphia and Denver for circulation, while San Francisco produced proof versions for collectors. The Philadelphia and Denver coins can be identified by their respective mint marks, with a small P or D appearing above the date on the obverse. The San Francisco proof coins bear an S mint mark and are distinguished by their superior strike quality and mirror-like surfaces. Among the 1979 Eisenhower dollars, certain varieties and errors make specific examples extremely valuable. One of the most famous and desirable varieties is the 1979 wide rim, or near-date, Eisenhower dollar. This variety features a wider rim, bringing the date closer to the edge of the coin. It is significantly scarcer than the standard, narrow rim, version, and collectors actively seek out high-grade examples. Additionally, proof versions from the San Francisco Mint have their own unique variations. Some 1979 S-proof Eisenhower dollars were struck with a Type II mint mark, which appears as a clearer and more refined S, compared to the standard Type I mint mark. These Type II proofs are highly desirable among collectors due to their limited mintage and sharper design details. But what truly sets apart the most valuable 1979 Eisenhower dollars? Condition plays a crucial role in determining a coin's worth. Coins graded at the highest levels, such as mint state 68 or higher for circulation strikes and proof 70 for proof versions, command top dollar at auctions. Finding a 1979 Eisenhower dollar in near-perfect condition is a rarity, given that most of these coins saw extensive handling and circulation. Auction records have shown that some of the finest 1979 Eisenhower dollars have reached staggering prices. The most valuable specimens, often featuring flawless surfaces, sharp details, and exceptional eye appeal, have fetched as much as $133,000 at major coin auctions. These prices reflect the coin's rarity, desirability, and historical significance. The allure of the 1979 Eisenhower dollar extends beyond its monetary value. For collectors, it represents a connection to a pivotal period in American history, a time of great leadership, space exploration, and change in U.S. coinage. It is a coin that tells a story, not only of the man it honors but also of the era in which it was struck. As collectors continue to search for the finest examples of the 1979 Eisenhower dollar, the value of these coins is expected to rise. The excitement of discovering a hidden gem, whether it be a wide-rim variety, a pristine proof, or an exceptionally well-preserved circulation strike, drives the passion of numismatists worldwide. If you happen to come across a 1979 Eisenhower dollar in your collection or in pocket change, take a closer look. It might just be one of those rare treasures that holds a value far beyond its face. With the right combination of rarity, condition, and demand, this final year Eisenhower dollar could be worth a small fortune. And who knows? Perhaps the next record-breaking sale will be for a 1979 Eisenhower dollar that has been waiting for its moment to shine.